Hey everyone. You see the title below, and it's just something I wanted to talk about because there's been a rumor and news report going on. Melinimus has talked about this, and I'm sure everyone else has talked about this in some way, shape, or form. Equestria Daily has talked about it. Sure people in the MLP forums have talked about it. I'm sure the people I've tagged on Twitter have talked about it. The people in the groups here, on Facebook have talked about it. But I want to talk about the fact that there was a rumor, if not still a rumor, going around that a certain Friendship is Magic character, a certain main six character, if you will, could not be appearing in Generation 5. Even though we have seen the concept art of potentially what she and the others could look like, I'm going with basically, I think, the fourth or third row because that's more of a hybrid of what her concept design for G5 is and what she looks like now. Kind of a hybrid of what she's designed as now and what the presenting as a possible redesign. But to me, when when I hear this rumor going around, I don't buy it at all because true, a lot of information got leaked. But why would in these leaks, why would there be concept art and designs for the main six when it came to G5? And we're talking all six characters. Because depending on what direction they go with um, the show in 2020 or later on, depending on if they go a whole decade of Friendship is Magic, in other words, getting to season 10 instead of just a season 9 being the last one, we can end up getting to season 10. The question is, well, not the question, but the point is, we don't know exactly what direction they're going to go in. There's rumors going around that instead of just lands and races of ponies being all in one area or something like that, it's going to be planets. So you're going to have a planet of Earth ponies. You're going to have a planet of Pegasus, planet of unicorns, planet of sea ponies, planet of flutter ponies, for all we know. Um, what was the characters? Characters as well. Oh, you have a planet of breezy ponies, for all we know. But the point is, depending on what direction they go in, whether it is that direction or it's just something new, and you're planning to bring back certain characters that have become very instrumental in the series itself and in its success, and also characters that have become pop culture icons and have become very popular with the public, with the community, with the fans. Why would you want to take one of them out? And the character, of course, and you see the title here in the live discussion that they're talking about, is Applejack. Why in the world would you want to take out one of the more popular ponies out there? Why would you want to take this character out? She's probably one of the more realistic, down to earth, relatable characters they have on the show. And every episode that she's in has been critically acclaimed. Well, not every episode, but certain potent episodes. Um, Certain potent emotional episodes, if not realistic episodes, have been critically acclaimed. I mean, I'm talking episodes like Main Attraction. I'm talking episodes like Perfect Pair, Hearthbreakers, you name it. There are episodes in there that center around Applejack in some way because she gives, because the fans, the people, the community are able to relate to her on a very realistic level. Like they can understand her position, where she's coming from. And to hear that there is a potential idea of her being removed from the equation, if you will, hold on for a sec. I had to take care of something there. But with the fact that there is a rumor going around that she could be removed from the equation, sorry, my thing hit the mic there. Uh, I just don't see it happening. I don't believe it. Because again, why would you want to create concept art, which is concept art of the main six in Generation 5, races switched around and all that? Why would you want to do that? And now all of a sudden come out and say, oh, well, we're not going to include AppleJack. That doesn't make sense. It's like if you came out and decided, okay, we're going to reboot Transformers, but we're not going to include Optimus Prime, who is the most iconic figure in Transformers lore when it comes to the Transformer fans. It'd be like if you're saying, oh, we're not going to include Optimus Prime because we don't want him in the reboot. It doesn't make sense. It's like if you finally decide to do a Gem and the Holograms reboot and you decide not to include Gem. How can you do a Gems and a Hologram reboot if there's no Gem, or if there's no Kimber, or if there's no Shayna, or there's no Asha or Aisha, whatever her name is? How could you do that? Those are iconic characters. Gem it's like Optimus Prime. She is basically the centerpiece of that Gem lore. So why would you want to reboot something without a key character or so in that reboot? It doesn't make sense. That's why when I hear rumors of the fact that AppleJack would not be in it, I don't believe them. Now, I can understand earlier on, throughout the 80s and the early 90s and even the early 2000s with the separate generations, that you didn't have AppleJack that much at all. I mean, you had AppleJack at the beginning of G1 with Rescue, Return to Midnight Castle. You had her, I think, somewhat in the series at times. In the Generation 1 series, you didn't have her. Now, you didn't have her in Generation 2, although she could have been referenced. I don't know if you had her or not in Generation 3, which a lot of people feel is not probably the best generation of ponies. But, with those being exceptions, those two, if you will, why would you want to take a character out that's pretty much become, like I say, very symbolic and iconic with My Little Pony and the group of ponies and characters she's around? Why would you want to do that? It doesn't make any freaking sense. To me, I think what it is what people read is, okay, this is my assumption. I do apologize if I'm rambling and repeating, so I do apologize there. But this is my assumption on it. My opinion and my assumption. I think, honestly, that when these leaks happened, these leaks that contain information on Season 8, as well as full-length animated episodes that are not totally complete because there's no background music or sound effects and stuff like that. And one episode is just all audio. As well as indicating there's going to be a Season 9, maybe even a Season 10 if they decide to go beyond that. We don't know if there's going to be a Season 10 because there was no info on that, but I got a feeling they may try for it. As well as give us information for Generation 5. I think when the people looked into these leaks, they probably stumbled upon something that was an idea. Basically, it's not finalized, not set in stone, but it was an idea that basically stated, hey, what if we did this, took this character out and tried it without her? And I'm thinking that's what some people may have stumbled upon in these leaks. Now, I haven't seen all the information brought out by these leaks, but my assumption is, and in my opinion, is I think they may have read something out of these leaks that was more of a proposal, more of a, concept idea of what they could potentially do, but I don't think they will. That's probably all we got here, was a concept idea or concept proposition of what they could do with Generation 5 if they were to remove Applejack. Now, some people will say maybe it's because Applejack's not the most popular character. I say BS on that. She is one of the most popular characters there is. I mean, where is this whole, oh, she's not popular and all that? Where are you guys getting that from? Where are you guys getting that from, huh? Yeah, I mean, true. Okay, maybe some of the merchandise, like the clothing and all that for the young girls, maybe she's not on there. Okay, fine. Let me explain why they put certain characters on the clothing. It's because a young girl can relate to that character more so they can relate to a character like Applejack. But Applejack is also on clothing as well for young girls, young women, young boys, young adult men. She's on her fair share of merchandise. In fact, the MLP gift set that I got, the MLP movie gift set that I have, comes with a water bottle. And who's on the water bottle along with some of the others? Applejack. The point is, the point is, for someone to come out and say that this is not a very popular character is full of themselves. Because honestly, she is a very popular character. You know, some people, you know, I think, some people say that because she's not relatable. To them, it's like, well, how can we relate with a character that, you know, isn't like a Pinky or isn't like a Rainbow? It's like I said, her popularity, the reason fans love Applejack. I mean, heck, let me explain this. Fans, there was a backlash when this news came out, this rumor came about the removal of Applejack from Generation 5. There was a backlash. Fans didn't like that idea, and I'm talking a huge amount of fans did not like hearing the potential idea of Applejack being removed from My Little Pony Generation 5. Heck, fans were even upset at one of the potential designs or redesigns that she could end up getting in Generation 5. That's how much fans love Applejack. That's how much fans are behind this character and how popular she is. I think honestly, all we got with those leaks, in my opinion, is someone read a concept idea, and maybe it was from somebody on the staff, maybe in their own personal opinion, in mindset, don't feel that Applejack is popular enough to be warranted a continuation in Generation 5. But again, it's not. But again, whoever came up with the idea, the concept idea to remove her, probably got told no, she's going to be in Generation 5 no matter what. And I think, honestly, that's how we got to look at it. I think we honestly got to look at the fact that the rumor going around of Applejack being removed from Generation 5 is nothing but a rumor. That's all it is. It's nothing but a rumor. And a very weak rumor at that. Because if they're going to remove Applejack, they might as well remove the rest of the main six and put a whole new cast of characters. But they're not. And you know why? Because they know these characters, like I've said before, have become pop culture icons. They have become synonymous with the show. Even if you're not a fan and you ask somebody and you ask that non-fan, hey, do you know who Applejack is? They can automatically tell you, oh yeah, she's part of that pony group that's on television right now. And I bet you even point out a picture, they say, yeah, that character right there, that's Applejack. They would know who she is, even if they didn't know about the show, even if they didn't follow the show or the characters as much, if at all. The point I'm trying to get at in conclusion is this. These leaks that happened, yes, some of the information may be valid and some of it may be speculation. And some of it, in case of Applejack's removal, is downright absurd. And again, I think it was just somebody in a meeting. They were probably told, come up with some I'm guaranteeing you I'm guaranteeing you that the people, the creative staff behind the show, probably were told come up with some concept ideas to talk about and discuss in meetings about what Generation 5 could be like. And maybe someone on the creative staff probably said, hey, what if we remove Applejack? And they probably gave a good presentation, but you know what? They got shot down. They probably got shot down saying, no, we can't do that. People don't want to see that. And I'm guaranteeing you, DHX and Hasbro probably said, no, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. So I look at it this way. The news about the rumor about Applejack being removed, all I could say is don't believe it. It's not legit. I don't think we have to worry about Applejack not being in Generation 5. She's going to be in it no matter what she looks like, whether she's a hybrid of what she looks like here and a little bit of what the concepting, if you will, for her G5 design, or if she has a completely new makeover, who knows? I choose not to believe what's being said. I choose not to believe it because if that is true, because if it was to be true, fans would crap all over G5. Because if you're going to redesign and change up the races of the main 6, but keep them somewhat the center of Generation 5, just like you did with here, Generation 4, Friendship is Magic, and you're not going to include Applejack, fans are going to pretty much crap on it. I'm not saying it's a guaranteed fact, but I can almost feel that that's what would happen. So, honestly, I don't think we have to worry about Applejack being removed. I think she's going to be here for the long run. She'll be in Generation 5, there's no doubt. Because again, why would they put her along with the other main 6 in those concept designs or redesigns for G5? Why would they do that? I'm just saying. So I say this, don't believe everything you hear when it comes to some of these leaks, because some of these leaks, like some people have said, are just concept ideas, concept memos, thoughts, whatever. Nothing's finalized. And whoever came up with the concept idea of removing Applejack from the equation is out of their minds. So, with all due respect, they are. So, that's all I'm going to say, folks. Let me know what you think down below. Comment if you like. I'd like to hear from you. As a matter of fact, hold on for it. Oops. I don't want to drag my computer down there. Hold on. Hold on for a sec. Let me check something. I put her back up. Right next to Rarity. There we go. Let me check something. But yeah, I just, to me, just don't believe everything you hear out of those leaks, because sometimes they're nothing more than just, like I said, they're just concepts. That's all they are, especially with a new series. Okay, who is this? Supreme Commander Rainbow Dash. What do you think about the possibility of a black person voicing AJ in the G5? Here's the thing about who could be the vocal talent. They might stick, honestly. I mean, I have no problem with whoever they choose. They could choose white, they could choose Mexican, they could choose African American, black. All due respect, not trying to be offensive. They could choose Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese. It doesn't matter. They could choose whoever they want. Portuguese, whatever. They could choose whoever they want. That's their decision. And if they choose, hey, let's go with a black woman, black woman as the voice of AJ, let them do it. I say all more power to them and more power to the actress that gets the opportunity. But I think, in my opinion, they're going to stick with the original core of cast of Tara Strong, Ashley Ball. Let's see who's the voice cast in. Yeah, and I got to make sure I get the the voices right here. I think honestly they're going to stick with Tara Strong, Tabitha St. Germain, Ashley Ball, Andrea Limbin, and if they bring Spike in, which they should, they're going to stick with Kathy Weisluck, and if they have Celestia, uh, it's going to be Nicole Oliver. So again, I don't think honestly I don't think they're going to get rid of these characters. Oh, Kathleen Barr is the voice of Trixie. Who knew? But anyway, Kathleen Barr, in case you don't know, is the voice of Rudolph in some of the in those recent Rudolph film in those Rudolph movies back in the late '90s and early 2000s. But anyway, yeah, the voice of Rudolph is the voice of Trixie. Go figure. But anyway, again, it's totally up to who they choose, But I honestly believe they're going to stick with the original voice cast, not so that way it's not like so that way it doesn't throw off the established audience that would want to get into watching Generation 5, or at least give it a chance. So they're basically, in my opinion, going to stick with the original voice cast to at least continue some familiarity or give G5 some familiarity when it debuts. But honestly, again, I don't think you should believe a lot of what these leaks have. Again, when it comes to Generation 5, nothing really is set in stone. It's all concept ideas, all concept art, discussion, stuff like that. So I wouldn't believe everything that comes out of that when it concerns Generation 5, really. With the news that Equestria Girls is still going to be connected somewhat, I have an idea of why that might be, and I think I've talked about it, and I might talk about that later on. But again, as far as all the other news goes, I would take a lot of it with a very, very thick grain of salt, because I don't think a lot of what you're hearing when it comes to G5, except for maybe a few things, are true. And AppleJack being removed, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think they're going to go out of the way to remove AppleJack from the equation. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're gonna do that at all, because it wouldn't make any sense. Honestly, it wouldn't make any sense whatsoever to do that. It's like I said earlier, and again, I do repeat. I do apologize if I'm repeating and rambling, but to me, it's like if you were to take Optimus Prime out of a Transformers reboot, why? People are synonymous with Prime. Prime is synonymous with Transformers in the lore. Same with Gem. Why would you do that? It doesn't make sense. Just saying. So, again, I would just take it with a grain of salt, folks. And don't believe everything you hear out of these leaks. These are just concept ideas. And look at it this way. And again, look at it this way. They have concept art out there of what potentially they could all look like, the main six, and AppleJack is included. So that's really all I can say on this rumor and this rumor that's been going around. Those are my thoughts on it. Thank you all for watching live. Let me know what you all think about it in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching live. Thank you all for watching post live after it's been uploaded. And I will talk to you all later. God bless. Take care. I am out.